Hey guys, it's Jeff, and today you are probably looking out for the release of iOS 11.3 Beta 3 from Apple. But unfortunately, they did not release it at their normal time, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Typically, we see those updates on Tuesdays. Nevertheless, in this video, I will go over why we might be waiting yet another week for the next beta and why these 2-week update times are more beneficial to us as testers and for all of you who will be downloading the final build as it is released. Let's get started. Okay, so first thing is first, where is Beta 3? Well, Apple has been following the typical 2-week schedule for beta releases, which is quite common when they introduce new features on iDevices. We've seen iMessages being brought back to the iCloud, new Animojis, battery menu features, and even more new features in iOS 11.3. So obviously all of these new features will need to be tested quite extensively. So for that reason alone, it's sort of better for Apple's development team to test out these features on different iDevices extensively and make sure that bugs are squashed and all of these features work as designed. This process might take a little bit longer, which is why we might be waiting longer for these new beta releases. The next reason that I have for a delayed release is for Apple needing more time to take care of various bugs and lack of battery life performance that users might be experiencing in Beta 1 and Beta 2 of iOS 11.3. There will always be more and more bugs presented in new updates, and those bugs could also cause poor battery performance. So taking the extra time to sniff out those bugs and also ensure that the fixing of those bugs don't create even more bugs will take some time. All of this time is typically spent within one working week, but with more data to comb through and with all of the new bugs presented with new features, Apple seems to always take that just a little bit longer in situations like these to release new beta updates. The final reason I have for a longer beta version period is simply more time for Apple to polish up new features. The two most apparent features that need polishing is the battery menu, which even says beta on it still, and then the iMessages/iCloud delete button, which has some text that could look a bit nicer. There are of course other new features and UI changes that need to be made to polish up iOS 11.3, but all of this takes time, and with so many different iPhones on the market, scaling, positioning, and making sure nothing conflicts with design is always a priority for a final iOS version release. So you might be wondering, how can we improve the betas because we're kind of stuck with them for 2 weeks at a time now? Well, the best thing that you can do as a developer or public beta tester is to use the Apple Feedback app. Inside the Feedback app, you can report bugs to Apple and explain to them exactly how to reproduce this bug and how it is affecting performance or use of your device. While Apple typically detects a lot of bugs on their own, they really do rely a lot on the Feedback app to secure information about bugs that they do not detect. As beta releases are kind of the entire point to sniffing out bugs, try participating in any way that you can to help Apple improve the user experience on your specific device, as any feedback you can give will be helpful. So guys, yes, it's a bummer that we have to wait for the third beta of iOS 11.3, but it's all for good reason, and hopefully we will see a more refined version coming to our devices really soon. If you want to stay up to date on when those releases occur, make sure to get subscribed and also hit that bell button to get updates as soon as we release our content. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for today, but make sure to stay tuned and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.